The roundtable took place in Ottawa in Canada, hosted by Transport Canada. And we had participants from all over the globe in this roundtable. We had people from Asia, Australia, Africa, South America, North America and Europe. To have sufficient levels of connectivity to remote areas are important for the politicians and governments all around the world. The reason may be social, economic or strategic. As such, connectivity to remote areas are important parts of national transport strategies. But what is remote? Is it a transport problem? How can we improve it? And what kind of public support is necessary to solve the remoteness? This is big questions and difficult questions that we discuss at this roundtable. To help us with the discussions at the roundtable, we had 4 excellent papers. One from Canada, one from Chile, Scotland and one from Greece. So what did we find? I will focus on 4 topics. The first one is definition of remoteness. We agreed that it's some kind of low connectivity to social or other economic activities for people. Chile had a rather good measurement system to measure remoteness. And one thing we learned during the roundtable was that remoteness are very different between different countries. Remoteness in Canada and Chile is something totally different from remoteness in Scotland or in Greece. And due to this we couldn't find any common threshold for what is remoteness. It's different for different circumstances around the globe. We need to understand the objective of any policy when we're discussing remoteness. The solution to the problem may not be a transport solution. We discussed at the roundtable that we need to have a holistic cross-sectorial approach. We need to understand the problem from a health perspective, from a labor perspective or from an educational perspective in addition to the transport perspective. Given that we can define an area as remote and we find that it can be solved with a transport solution in some way, we discussed different forms of subsidies in the transport system. Subsidies to infrastructure, subsidies to transport operator or subsidies to both. But this question was a difficult question at the roundtable. We couldn't conclude on a common solution for how to subsidize transport. How should we then evaluate our policy? We had 2 different approaches discussed. Chile had one interesting approach. We could call it fairness efficiency. They allocated the amount of money for remote policy at the same level as public transport subsidies in Santiago per person. And when you have done that, you decide on the project based on the cost efficiency analysis. That's one approach. The other one is the benefit cost analysis with wider economic benefits, wider social benefits included in the approach. And it was a conclusion from the roundtable that is possible to do without excessive modeling approaches. It's possible to do simpler benefit cost analysis that includes these problems.